Rob Carson Show. Are you ready to be podsmacked? Now, here's Rob Carson.
Welcome to the show. Episode number 262. If you're going to be downloading the audio from iTunes, it's on iHeartRadio, but go to iTunes, download it for free. All right, you can have it on your phone, you can have it on your iPod or whatever you're listening, your phone, whatever. All right, it's just iTunes, Rob Carson Show. Just real quick, I've had some people say, "Why do I have the microphone here?" This is the mic I have now. I'm working on another mic that would be more of a tabletop mic. I realize it's a distraction to the ladies who'd like to see my entire face. But this is what I got to use. This is what I got to use. All right. So, some people said, "This is a video show or is this a radio show?" Well, people listen to it on the oral media as well. So, until I get the money to buy a new microphone, and if you'd like to help me buy a microphone, please go to patreon.com, patreon.com, look for Rob Carson Show, and pledge me $5 a month. How about that? Then I can buy the mic. Then you can see my lovely face. So, did you watch the Zuckerberg testimony today? In front of Congress? He didn't get sworn in. He's not sworn in. Okay, this is not like an inquisition. This was not like he didn't have to put his hand on the Bible. He didn't have to be subject to perjury. All right? And the first thing that I noticed was, could they have gotten any more old people to start the thing off? And it never really got very young. I mean, my God. Dianne Feinstein reading the notes that some page wrote for her because she has no effing clue because she's 88 years old or whatever the hell. And Patrick Leahy, I mean, I didn't know if he was drunk or just suffering from some sort of a age-related whatever. But, I mean, he was just, my God. There's a point, and honestly, I'm not ageist, but at the same time, maybe there's a time you want to retire. Maybe Walmart greeter, not a bad career option for you at age 135 years old. The only person who got close to what interested me was Mike Lee. Mike Lee asked, and he asked piss poor questions. My concern is publishers. My concern is Facebook excluding conservative sites. Okay? Yesterday we heard about Diamond and Silk. Diamond and Silk were on Hannity today. They've got a national audience, but last September they started. People don't know about our show. People don't know when we're going to be on YouTube. Or Facebook. People are not being reached. The fan base who are loyal to Diamond and Silk, Facebook allowed them to build this giant audience, and then all of a sudden in January, well, actually it started after the election, Facebook decided to F people over. So if you have 1 million followers, or like this network, Liberty One TV, and the affiliated Facebook pages, and people who spent thousands of dollars to reach people, and fans of shows that reached Deplorable Dan, hello, thousands of fans, thousands of people who expected this show, their show, to appear on various on various Facebook pages. Suddenly they're not being reached. So you're communicating with 1 million people. Or in this case, well, all the affiliated Facebook pages of LibertyOneTV.com. 19 million people. And suddenly we've disappeared. There's a woman who loves my show, Lisa. She wrote me. She goes, "Where did you go, Rob?" I said, "Honey, I'm still here. I am still here. I've just been silenced. I've just been silenced." Johnny, good to have you. I mentioned Linda also. Please share with others. But it's Mike Lee kind of touched on it today. He said, does Facebook tilt the scale in the favor of one group or of another? He didn't even make it political. Make it bloody freaking political, Mike. You idiot. If you're going to ask the question, say, are conservative groups being censored? Is the balance being tilted toward liberals, liberal groups, liberal thought? Ask the damn question. Don't tiptoe around this crap. And then all the Democrats cared about today was Russian collusion. Russians trying to upset and this is bull crap. It's just a distraction. Today's hearing was about breach of privacy and sharing private information. Mark Zuckerberg created this Facebook, and it has actually become a monster. It has become almost an unmanageable monster. It has. Originally, it was just ways for people to kind of, hook up, talk to each other, just, share photos and whatever. And then they realized, oh, crap, we got to pay for this. I remember, what was it? MySpace? Oh, dear God. I had a MySpace page for about a week. It was so difficult to use. And then Facebook came along, made it easy, made it easy to set up and a whole deal. And then Zuckerberg said, well, we've got to be able to pay for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to monitor every click, every post, everything. And when we see something, we're going to use algorithms to target advertising towards people. And he made a point today about that. He said, here's the deal. We can either target advertising according to your wants or, your needs, or you can just get spammed with everything. So, that's and like I said, there's a fine line. If you're going to use Facebook, you can't expect to use the service for nothing. And he suggested today in front of Congress, okay, if you don't want ads, if you don't want us to monitor, and use market research to decide which ads should be presented to you, then you should pay a fee for the service. That's entirely fair, and I'm not meaning to take the side of this leftist douche. But if you've got to be able to pay for the service. I remember the debate. Remember Metallica. They got into all sorts of heat because people were mad. Metallica sued. I think it might have been iTunes, or maybe the precursor to iTunes, about sharing their music without paying for it. And everybody is so pissed off about that. No, this is your intellectual property. They had every right to say, bullshit, you can't take my stuff. Sorry for the language there. But BS. You can't just use our material. You just can't download our material. And I got to tell you, also, Zuckerberg's got to make a living. But I think, honestly, the platform has become kind of an unmanageable monster. It's 2 billion followers. I mean, think about that. 1/3 of the world's population are Facebook members. What the hell? And then today, the Democrats were grilling Facebook on the Russians being involved with trying to sway the election. Now, is it Facebook's responsibility for the Russian government trying to throw American elections, or is it the United States government's responsibility to keep the vote from being adulterated? I mean, did you think about that? And Facebook is dealing with all of these countries, Azerbaijan, whatever election in the entire world. It's become, I think, an unmanageable beast, to be quite honest. I don't think anybody had any idea where this was going to go and who the players were going to be. Mark Zuckerberg could have never imagined this in 2004 when he was sitting there in his dorm room and he created this thing. But it's a monster. It is a monster. It is a mega corporation. There's no doubt about it. It is an amazing thing, but it's also a really dangerous thing. My concern, sure, sharing personal data, great. All right, I understand. I don't share all that much personal stuff on Facebook. I mean, today I got into conversation about peanut butter and dill pickle sandwiches, which I like. And, and then I shared, I think, some food, and I shared a few, depending on the Facebook page, I feed a lot of stuff to Facebook pages. Rob Carson Show. I share one to, just my own personal page, but Rob Carson Show is my Facebook page. And then, of course, also to American Journal Review on Facebook and the American Patriot on Facebook and that stuff. But, I don't know. I don't have my credit card numbers up there. I don't have any of that noise. I don't know. But as far as demographic information about what I'm looking up on Facebook, Dan's on, and host Ryan is here as well. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? But anyway, I'm not sharing my social security number and all that stuff. But it could be a little troubling, a little weird when I go to Facebook and there are ads for everything that I've searched for in the last 24 hours. I was looking for a microphone. And, suddenly, every page on every time I go anywhere on the web, boom, there it is. Google and Facebook. They know what I want. They know what I'm looking for. It's weird. But what I'm more concerned about, and Mark Zuckerberg today, he said, we are a publisher. He said, we are publishers. Now, when you say you are a publisher, that means that you are in charge of content. And right now, Mark Zuckerberg is tilting the scale towards liberal groups. That's it. They are choosing sides. They are not giving everybody a fair shot. They are choosing sides. That's just the way it is. All right, coming up. Want to get into Donald Trump talking about the FBI raiding his lawyer's law office, hotel, and home. Unbelievable abuse of power by the FBI, the weaponization of the FBI. That's what happened yesterday. We are living in Cuba. We are living in the Soviet Union. These are things that were unrelated to the Russia investigation of Russian collusion, where there is no evidence, and Robert Mueller is there. The only reason is there to take down the Trump administration and those who are part of it. That's it. It started with a false premise with regard to a FISA warrant and Donald Trump colluding with the Russians to throw the election. There's no evidence of that. But Robert Mueller was never put in charge just for that. Robert Mueller was put in charge to find something to take down Donald Trump. That's it. I've got a lot of audio I want to share with you in just 1 second, but I want to mention Pit Barrel Cookers. Oops, hold on 1 second. We've had a little issue here. Pit Barrel Cookers is a sponsor of the show. Okay. They are a glorious cooker. They are made in America. They are made by Noah Glanville and his wife Amber. He is a veteran. And he came back from Iraq. He had PTSD. He was greeted by a group of veterans who made barbecue. And he said, my God, for the first time, I feel like I'm finally home. The smell made him feel like he was home. All right. Order that one on the left. That's classic. It's $300. It's worth every damn penny. Built like a brick excrement house. It'll last you the rest of your life. There are accessories. See those meat hooks down there? You hang the meat in there so it's completely surrounded by smoke or just heat. And all you do is you put charcoal on the bottom. You put maybe smoke wood in the bottom, hickory or pecan or whatever, and you let it go. You walk away. You can also make it into just a grill, just your standard grill. So you don't need a gas grill. You don't need the Weber. You don't need all this. You just buy the Pit Barrel. Fantastic cookers. They've got a junior you can take for tailgating. LibertyOneTV.com/cooker. LibertyOneTV.com/cooker. All of that food on the right I made because I am a barbecue aficionado and I support this product wholeheartedly, ladies and gentlemen, wholeheartedly. All right, let's get into this. So, Donald Trump, his lawyer's office Michael Cohen's office, his hotel room, and his home were raided. And this had to do with the payment of Stormy Daniels by Cohen. It was a confidentiality agreement. Donald Trump apparently banged the snot out of this woman about 12 years ago and asked that she signed at least Michael Cohen asked that there would be a confidentiality agreement signed. Now, normally when you sign a confidentiality agreement, you shut your mouth because they're paying you $130,000. But Stormy Daniels has a history of not keeping her mouth closed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here is Donald Trump reacting to it yesterday. The forced raid of his home, of his hotel room, and of his lawyers, all three, the lawyer's office.
So I just heard that they broke into the office of one of my personal attorneys.
Jack-booted thugs. Thank you.
Good man. And it's a disgraceful situation. It's a total witch hunt. I've been saying it for a long time. I've wanted to keep it down. We've given, I believe, over 1 million pages worth of documents to the special counsel. They continue to just go forward, and here we are talking.
Where's the FBI when Hillary Clinton's private server was discovered? Why weren't the doors kicked down there? Why didn't they go in and raid and find the server and find